Hi friends, it's Miss Emily back for another episode of Seasonal STEM. Today we are going to be making something that you can also use as a holiday decoration. We're going to be making ornaments out of salt dough. So all you need for this are 3 ingredients: flour, salt, and water, a mixing bowl, rolling pin, an oven, an adult to help with the oven, and then either some cookie cutters or a glass, a cookie sheet, and a straw. So let's get started. First, we're going to preheat our oven to 250 degrees. A lower temperature because it's going to be baking for a longer time. Again, that's 250. So next, we're going to take 1 cup of flour. I just use white flour. You can probably use whole wheat or whatever you have at home. And 1 cup of salt. Before we add the water in, we're gonna stir those together. Good practice with fine motor skills. Once that's pretty evenly distributed, we're gonna slowly start adding the 1/2 cup of water. Don't pour it in all at once, slowly add and stir. So now that the ingredients in our dough are mixed together, we're gonna use our hands to knead the dough. This is the messy part, but it can also be fun. Just flatten it, just kind of squeeze it together. And the kneading gives the dough both strength and structure. You want the dough to be smooth and elastic, meaning that if I squeeze or stretch, the dough naturally wants to go back to where it was before. And now for some of the science behind the dough. Putting salt and flour together produces a mixture. In chemistry, this is when 2 substances are physically combined but no reaction has taken place. The salt and flour are still there in their original form, and in theory they could be separated again. When you put all the ingredients for the dough together and knead them, you get something very different to the things you started with. The new substance's form becomes a chemical reaction has taken place. It would be very difficult to turn the dough back into the original ingredients. Adding water to the flour allows long chain-like molecules in the flour called proteins to stick together. This helps to hold the water in place and keep the dough together. Salt helps in this process by letting the proteins stick together more strongly. It also helps to stop your dough from going bad. So when we're kneading the dough, this is a great time for kids to practice their hand-eye coordination. When they're mixing and kneading, they're squishing, rolling, molding. They're working on building those fine motor skills. So in addition to the STEM and the holiday DIY craft aspect, it's also a really good early literacy tool. So as you can see, the dough is starting to get elastic, which means if I squeeze it, you can see it's starting to try to go back to the shape that it was before. So I've got a little bit of extra of the flour and the salt in the bottom of the bowl, but I'm just gonna leave that since the dough is so nice and elastic as it is. So now that the dough is elastic, we're gonna use our rolling tin to flatten the dough. You can decide how thick or thin you want the dough, but I recommend between 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. You want it strong enough so that once you cut the shapes, the dough doesn't break. And you'll want to put a piece of parchment paper down, something between your surface and the dough so that the dough doesn't stick. You want it to stick to the parchment paper but not to your surface, then it will get stuck. All right, so that looks good for now. It's okay that some of the edges are not as thick because we're going to cut. So the fun part's coming now. We're gonna cut our ornaments out. So if you don't have any cookie cutters at home, you can just use a plain glass, like a drinking glass. That will just create a nice round shape. I happen to have some cookie cutters with Christmas decorations and some hearts. I like to bake cookies for the holidays, so I'm gonna go ahead and use those. So I'll cut my first shape. Once you've cut your first shape, you're gonna wanna go ahead and remove the dough around that shape. Save it, because we can use it again. We can re-roll. Sometimes you gotta cut to get the edges to stay. Here we go. So I want a nice one. And then you're also gonna use a drinking straw near the top of the ornament. Take a little hole out of the dough. That's where you can put a piece of string, tie something around it so it's an ornament. If you wanted to just make shapes, you don't have to do that part. That's just to make it an ornament. So when each one is done, I'm gonna take a cookie sheet with aluminum foil on it. I'm gonna put it on that so that they are ready to go in the oven. And just be gentle when you're doing this. As you can see, the dough breaks apart a little bit. So I'm gonna do a little rehab here. This is the nice thing about handmade gifts, or it doesn't have to be perfect. That shows that you worked extra hard on it. So I'm gonna do it again. Part that dough. And I think next time I roll, I'm gonna make them a little bit thicker. This is the great thing about science, is that you can adjust as you go, make observations in the moment, and then fix what you don't think is working. So I think mine are a little too thin. So the next round, I'm gonna make thicker. It's a little messy, so make sure you've got parchment paper and cleaning supplies on hand. Snowflake, as you can see, we're gonna have some rough edges, but it's okay. You can also make it clear when you decorate it what exactly they're supposed to be. I'm gonna put that one right there. I'm gonna re-roll my dough so I don't get rid of anything, because look at all that dough that's still ready to be used. Let's try a little bit thicker this time. See if that helps the dough maintain its shape. Also, the bigger shapes and the less intricate shapes are easier. They don't move around quite as much. They stay in the shape that you want them to a little bit easier, something to consider. Now, one thing that I'm gonna do that you might want to do, if you're gonna do different thicknesses, since this one is so thin, this one's so thick, you may wanna have two different baking sheets, one with your thinner dough and your thicker dough, because that is going to affect how long it takes to bake them. I'm not too worried about it, since these are just going on my Christmas tree. And I'm gonna paint them if one is a little darker than the other, or a little more burnt, that's okay. I'm gonna stick with the hearts, because I have a lot of the circles and the Christmas trees already. So the thicker dough is definitely helping. So again, just something to experiment with as you go. And as you can see, the 1 cup of dough, 1 cup of salt, and ½ cup of water makes about 6 or 7 ornaments, just depending on the size. So you could definitely double the recipe, or if you want to make a ton to give away, have a big day of it. This is just the basic recipe. Put that hole in the top. Make sure to clean this straw out before you go to drink it the next time. I learned that the hard way when I went to get a drink of water. End up with a big old bunch of salt dough in my mouth. So now we have our tray ready to go with the aluminum foil and our salt dough ornaments on it. We're gonna put it in the oven at 250. Ask your grown-up to do it. They take about 2 to 3 hours to completely dry out. I start checking them at 2 just to see. Sometimes they're ready at 2, sometimes they take a little bit longer. You know they're ready when they start to look less shiny, and when they feel like pretty, when you go to touch them, they feel pretty solid. So like I said, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. Have your adult start checking at 2 hours, and then when they're ready, have your adult take them out and let them cool before you do anything else with them. When the dough is dry, you'll take the ornaments out of the oven, and you and your adult will wait till they're cooled completely and they're safe to touch. Your adult will tell you when. They're gonna look something like this. Got a couple different shapes to show you. So, now is the fun part, painting them. Now, if you wanna leave them totally like this, that's fine. You can just put some yarn in the top, tie them up, and you've got a decoration. Or you can also paint them with watercolors, tempera paint, any different kind of paint that you want. You could add some glitter, have a lot of fun with it. You can also give it as gifts to special people in your life. When I made the paw prints, I gave one to my mom for Christmas and she loved it so much she almost cried. So see if you can make someone in your life cry today. So that's it for another episode of Seasonal STEM. Wishing you all a safe and happy December, and I'll see you again soon.